Good afternoon and welcome to Goodison Park on this opening day of the 1988-9 season with Newcastle United the visitors. A season which brings hope that Everton will once again finish as champions of the First Division, especially as manager Colin Harvey has brought several good players to reinforce the squad in positions which will make competition for first team places very, very competitive indeed. To enable him to spend the money on these replacements, he's let 4 players move away from Goodison Park. Gary Stevens to Glasgow Rangers for £1.25 million, Derek Mansfield to Villa for £450,000, Alan Harper to Sheffield Wednesday for £275,000, and Alex Chamberlain, who helped Tranmere Rovers out last season, to Luton for £150,000. Coming in at a cost of some £4,300,000 are Tony Cottee from West Ham, £2 million, Pat Nevin from Chelsea, at £925,000, Stuart McCall from Bradford City, the outstanding midfield player in the second division last year, £850,000, and Neil MacDonald of Newcastle, £525,000. So, what about the team for this afternoon's opener, which promises a full house? Kevin Ratcliffe and Pat Vanden Houwe are Everton's main casualties and are missing from the lineup. Trevor Steven picked up a slight Achilles problem in Spain, but he's all right. So is Kevin Sheedy. Paul Bracewell back in contention, but not in the 14 this afternoon. Peter Reid, captain for this afternoon, came through the Bilbao game without ill effects and plays, and Ian Snowden lines up in the back 4 alongside Dave Watson. The Everton team raids Southall in goal, Neil MacDonald, Neil Poynton, Ian Snowden, Dave Watson, Peter Reid, Trevor Stevens, Stuart McCall, Graham Sharp, Tony Cottee and Pat Nevin, and Adrian Heath and Kevin Sheedy are the 2 substitutes. No room for Paul Bracewell or Clark, who is on the injured list. Well, Newcastle United have brought in Dave Bettont. He is captain this afternoon, and Newcastle, who finished 8th last season, some 14 points behind Everton, come minus Paul Gascoigne, transferred to Spurs, and Glenn Roeder, who is injured. But with a manager, Willie McFall, who served Newcastle for 22 years, has just had a 3-year contract signed. He's full of determination to make Newcastle one of the great teams again, and we want to improve last year's 1-0 defeat here at Goodison Park. In the close season, he spent £3 million bringing Dave Bettont, Andy Thorne and John Robertson and John Hendry to St James's Park. And this afternoon's lineup, a vastly different one to that of last March, as the team kick off with the ball being pushed back to goalkeeper Neville Southall. Newcastle team reads Dave Bettont in goal, John Anderson, Brian Tinian, David McCreary, Peter Jackson, Andy Thorne, John Hendry, John Robertson, Dina, Ken Wharton, Michael O'Neill, and the 2 substitutes. A Sharp gets in a shot, and there's the ball. It's a goal scored by Tony Cottee. A goal that must be possibly the fastest goal of the season. Everton with less than a minute gone are 1-0 in the lead, and that scorer, £2 million, Tony Cottee. Sharp getting the first shot in, Bettont saved it, but Tony Cottee opens the scoring for Everton, and the score is now, with less than a minute gone, Everton 1, Newcastle United 0. What a start for the season. What great jubilation for Everton if they can go on and work something for the vast crowd here this afternoon. 40,000 crowd here, I'm quite sure. Here, packed into Goodison Park. A far bigger crowd than the 25,000 odd that were here for this game in March when Everton won it by 1-0. So the Blues in the lead. Sharp, Poynton again, and now Cottee. Michael O'Neill for Newcastle, getting them out of a bit of trouble, pushing the ball back for Anderson, and now Bettont. Marandina, he will like this type of atmosphere. Oh, the ball comes through nicely for Robertson. John Robertson, signed from Hearts, scored 31 goals for them last season. So the makings of an absolutely great game here at Anfield. Free kick. Andy Thorne, one of the 4 new signings, played against Liverpool in the FA Cup for Wimbledon. And now Neil MacDonald, who played for Newcastle here last season, now one of the post-season signings, and he replaces Gary Stevens. John Hendry, another one of the signings. He signed from Bradford City, a 25-year-old for Newcastle, and he scored 17 goals for them last season. And is that the first corner? No, it's not. It's a free kick to Newcastle. Going to be taken by John Robertson. No, he's going to leave it. It's going to be an in-swinger for Michael O'Neill. No, John Robertson. And put behind for the first corner of the afternoon by Neil Poynton, and the corner to Newcastle, but Everton leading by 1-0. Not quite cleared, but now it comes out, and Reid, skipper in the absence of Kevin Ratcliffe, and a goal kick. Neil Poynton in the back 4 because Ratcliffe and Pat Vanden Hauwe are both injured. And Everton, of course, won the toss and decided to defend the Gladys Street end for the first 45 minutes. And the big crowd behind the goal with Dave Besant are from Newcastle, who are attacking. Sharp and Peter Jackson having a tussle, and the Newcastle defence coming out on top. And there's the announcement saying that first goal was scored in 84 seconds. Could be the fastest goal of the start of this season. The ginger-haired lad, Stuart McCall, another one of the new signings. Nevin just tripped. The referee says play on as the Blues keep the ball. And now we see Southall with a white jockey cap on. Peter Reid. Out to MacDonald. Big tall lad MacDonald, under 21 international and a youth international. Marandina, and nice bit of clearance there by Trevor Stephen. Great servant of the club, Trevor Stephen. Sharp and out-headed there by Jackson. McCall, MacDonald, Watson, Poynton, Reid, Snowden working well. Now McCall. Reminds you a bit of Bawley with his red hair. Nevin, McCall, MacDonald, Reid, not a good goal kick. Reid again, now Poynton to beat Marandina. Well, a good back header there, not quite in the path of Sharp. Everton's leading goal scorer last season, Sharp, 21 goals, 20 goals actually. Now Sharp, tripped, and it's a free kick. A deliberate free kick. And the referee is going to speak to the defender. The Sharp was away there, and it's going to be the first booking of the season for this big man at the back. So, a trip on Sharp. And down below, bit of a problem for the new lad at full-back, MacDonald. He's getting attention from the new physio here, Chris Goodson. Replaced John Clinkard. Move south. Adrian Heath warming up down below. Terry McDermott been to have a look what the situation is. Colin Harvey having a look at what the position is. And the referee is saying off the field and down the tunnel. Goes MacDonald to have some treatment, let the doctor have a look at it. So Everton with 10 men for the moment. Pat Nevin to take the free kick. Chipped in, and the header is over for a corner. Goal. Good chance for Coty. Brought down. And a free kick to Everton. Reid putting in the free kick. Oh, Pat Nevin tried to meet that on the volley, slid off the outside of his foot, but what a good move it was. Well, the ball's followed MacDonald down the tunnel and been retrieved by the Newcastle bench. The man who was booked, Andy Thorne, ex-Wimbledon player, pushes it forward for Peter Jackson. A call. Now I think the youngest man on the field, Brian Tinnin, 20-year-old. A throw to Everton. Watson, now Reid, and McCreary. And those are the two oldest players on the field. Reid, who is 32 years old, and 1 year younger is David McCreary. Sharp. Besant as captain and goal, saying mind. Merendina. Nevin, McCall, Cote. Now to Sharp, but not a good ball by Sharp, although Poynton's come running in. Snowden tripped over himself, or was he tripped? The referee says he was tripped. And that was Merendina, who just felt the knock himself, just flexing his left leg. Cote from Sharp, now Sharp again. But Stephen, having to slot back into the full-back position, just couldn't get forward quick enough. And with Merendina holding the back of his leg, we see the substitute for Newcastle on the field, and now Kenny Wharton. Well, John Robertson actually being pushed down, but the referee is calling playback and asking Peter Jackson to calm it down. Free kick to Newcastle for the pulling down of John Robertson. And here is Neil MacDonald back on the field. Well, that's going to be a free kick. Newcastle playing this rather roughly. Especially the big man in central defence. Sharp. That's a charge in the back. And Andy Thorne could be sent off. Referee, Mr. John Key from Rotherham, could be giving him his final warning. And on goes Darren Jackson. McCreary. John Hendry, the ex-Bradford City player, a pal of McCall's, having a good run there. And Berendina is the man that has come off. He got the twinge in the leg after the trip on. When he tripped Ian Snowden. Poynton. Tinian. Thorne out to the right and picking up Anderson. Michael O'Neill from Coleraine. But there's Stephen. Neil MacDonald. No sign of the injury that he had to go off for. Well, Watson calling for that, just couldn't get up to it, and the ball running through for Neville Southall. Hard luck for Nevin, ball just out of play. We haven't seen Dave Besant rolling the ball out of his area yet, as he used to do for Wimbledon. Poynton. And Poynton again. Now Coty. Oh, the crowd don't like that. Back pass from Poynton, but MacDonald with the ball. Nice bit of work by Nevin. Oh, good ball. Can Coty get the cross in? He does, but just behind. But the crowd appreciate the work done there by Pat Nevin. £925,000 from Chelsea, and if you're going to pay that type of money, the crowd expect to see that type of play. Watson, Coty, McCall, Sharp, trying to take it through, but play on, says the referee, and quite right. Nice bit of play by the defence. Well, claim it for handball, but the referee does give it. Looked at first as though he might have signalled to play on, but now all the Newcastle players behind. McCready wanting a run. Well, a good shot, but Besant well positioned. Now Besant out of his area, as we used to see him doing so often for Wimbledon. Reid beaten by O'Neill. Well, the Newcastle players shouting for a penalty, but clearly it was off the body and not the hand, but they do get the corner. O'Neill to take an in-swinger. Two big men are up there, Jackson and Thorne. Nodded out quite nicely, flicked back again, and well, Poynton and Southall between them managed to keep that out, mainly Southall. But another corner for Newcastle. And yet another corner, but this time from the left. 3 corners inside a minute there for Newcastle. Well, still kept in there by John Robertson, but the dangers averted. And Besant again, out of his area. Poynton. A good shot. No, just over the top, coming from 25-year-old John Henry. Well, the weather on this opening day of football this morning, it was raining early on, but as cricketers can usually bank on a fine Saturday on the opening day of football, they've got it this afternoon, although the outfield might be a bit damp from the early morning rain. Sunny afternoon. The pitch down there, as I walked across it before the game, in beautiful condition. Grass about an inch long and very, very lush indeed. And the man to take the kick, Neil MacDonald, making his own debut here, as a shot coming in. Shot coming from Stephen, but just stopped from allowing Everton to capitalise on it by Dave Besant. And as I was saying, Neil MacDonald making his home debut for Everton here at Goodison Park against his old club, Newcastle United. Flick in, but the tip back not quite right for Stephen. But the makings of a fine move. Snowden and Southall out to the edge of his area to play safe. Cote. Now Stephen. And Stephen got a shot in, no real power. But the crowd applauding, and Dave Besant shouting at his defenders for allowing that Everton move to be made. 20 minutes to half-time. Scoreline here at Goodison Park is still Everton 1, Newcastle United 0. McCreary. McCready trying to get Robertson through, but Watson stopping it. And then Robertson fouling. Newcastle roar coming from behind Dave Besant's goal. Sharp goes up. Anderson, and now a break by Newcastle. Poynton got in the way. Stephen back to help out, and now Poynton. Reed. Cote not being able to control the spinning ball. Newcastle survive. Watson for Poynton. Nicely played by Poynton. Sharp. Difficult ball. Well, there's no Paul Power to play down that left-hand side of the park this year. Great buy by Kendall, did great service in the couple of years that he played for Everton, but the niggling injury put paid to his career, made him hang his boots up, and now he's working backstage for the Blues. And Sheedy, the other left-sided player, he's sitting on the bench at the moment. Goal kick after the tussle in the corner. Well, McDonald's was a nod inside to give O'Neill a chance, but Newcastle didn't make anything of it. The game just died a little after that explosion of an opening with a goal in 84 seconds. Now Nevin, can he start one of those runs? McCall, Reed, Nevin. Besant's ball. Snowden, and now Watson. McCall. Reed. Good work by Reed. Yes! A goal! Beautiful goal. Cote scored it. Number 2. And that was great football made by the persistence of Peter Reed. Saw Cote running in to space, pushed the ball to him, and he put the ball in the back of the net. Lovely move. Cote paying off that £2 million, and that's after 30 minutes of play. 2-0. Now Stephen. Well, he just hung on to it a bit long and allowed Ken Wharton to get his foot to the ball. Watson. Everton ball. And Darren Jackson feeling the knock in that tussle with Watson and Snowden. The call. McDonald. Now Snowden. McCall, Reid. Now again Coady. Everton's ball. Cole, nice ball for MacDonald. Now Nevin. Besant. Well, Sharp got up to that one. Dangerous ball. And Everton looking much sharper than they were last season. And having got 2 goals in this half, I'm sure, to start with, manager Colin Harvey will be pleased with the formation and the way that his team are playing. Well, John Robertson just caught tapping that ball forward to take advantage of Neil MacDonald, but the linesman down there with the yellow flag, that's Mr. F. Taylor from Bamber Ridge. He saw it all and the referee took his signal. Reid again, Poynton, and Everton's ball. Linesman on that side is Mr. J. Hyam from Bury. Sharp. Stephen. Tantalising Anderson there. Nevin. And the ball for MacDonald. McCall inside again for Coady, but McCreary bringing that one away. And O'Neill being allowed to run and get a nice through ball to Henry. An indirect free kick. Snowden on Henry. An obstruction there as Henry was going through. It was Snowden that just got his body in the way and blocked his passage. So, right on the corner of the box. Dangerous position for Everton. Well, hit the wall. Southall's ball, allowed it to go behind, no danger. Ten minutes to the break. 2-0 to Everton. McCreary. Anderson. Now Tinian. Nice touch by MacDonald. Well, Nevin beaten there, but making Tinian play the ball. Watson, McCall, Sharp, Nevin. Now can Sharp get to it? He can't. But the crowd like the constructiveness that Evan are putting into this game. Sharp, just a bit casual. Free kick to Newcastle. Newcastle playing the ball into his space. Robertson for Hendry, but good stop by Poynton. Stephen. Can Sharp get to it? He does. And now Cote. Well, Besant got to it. Cote taking Besant out, and Besant gets the corner. But again, good play between Sharp and Tony Cote. Nevin going across to take it, and Dave Watson, who scored quite a number of goals from set pieces last season, is up there in the middle. Poynton. Nevin, well kept in, gets the throw. Poynton. Tinian. And now O'Neill. O'Neill and Reid. Whoa! Watson in on that, but an indirect free kick for Newcastle. Well, Southall's ball. Sharp again. Tinian. MacDonald, McCall, Nevin. But that's going to be Thorne. Reid. And the ball now for Pat Nevin to chase. Whoa, Sony, he gets it, keeps it in play, beats Besant. Oh, but Besant able to pick it out. Nice bit of play, exciting, and bringing the crowd to its feet. Watson. Now Sharp going for this one. Tinian. MacDonald. McCreary. Robertson leaving it for Wharton and Reid. Cote. Poynton inside. Well, not the best of moves, and apologies from Tony Cote. Snowden. And Darren Jackson just showing his hopelessness and helplessness of being a sole runner. Watson. Snowden fitting in well at the back. Sharp back header, or rather it was Watson up for that one. And now O'Neill. Stopped by McCall. Well, referee Mr. John Kay felt that Dave Watson knocked Jackson out of the way before clearing and gives a free kick. Well, dangerous situation. Snowden made sure that Newcastle didn't make anything of it, but they get another corner. And again, O'Neill the man to go across to take it with just a couple of minutes, plus anything the referee may wish to add on, especially for the attention that Neil MacDonald had, before he blows for half-time. Sharp. Stephen. Nevin. Nicely taken by Stephen inside. Now Nevin, and what a great save. What a great save there. A lovely move out of defence by Everton, with Nevin getting the chance to shoot. Cote, Stephen and Nevin, and there was Besant to deny them. Watson gets his head up to it. And there we saw McCall taking a pot shot, but way off target. But Dave Besant making a great save there from Pat Nevin. So the scoreline was so nearly 3 to Everton. Hendry. Well, 3 men on him, but it's McCreary. And there the ball hit McCall and Pat Nevin again. Sharp. Now McCall. Well, picked out over on the far side, Stephen. And Stephen now going to run at the defence. Tries a shot. And unlucky the rebound didn't come to a blue shirt, but now it's Darren Jackson. And the referee blows for half-time with just 45 minutes gone, no additional time. And the scoreline is at half-time 2 goals by Tony Cote after 84 seconds and 30 minutes. Half-time score, Everton 2, Newcastle 0. And we're all set for the start of the second half of this game. And just a correction on the goal of time for the first goal. 34 seconds. We've had that corrected. 34 seconds. And now Everton kick off and attack their favourite end, the Gladys Street end. Sun just gone behind the clouds a little at the moment. Well, MacDonald watching that ball, and being able to push it back to his keeper. Reid, Stephen, McCall, now Sharp, but Reid again, Poynton, Cote trying to find Reid, but Poynton wins the ball, but runs into trouble, but Poynton fighting back. And Stephen. Stephen and Cote, but McCreary rather, picking that one up. Well, not a good cross-bar field pass, but no problems for Newcastle. And a lot of Newcastle success coming in the early days of football. 4 times Division 1 champions, but 1904-05, 06-07, 08-09, and the last time, not really modern times, it was 1926-27. An aimless ball there coming from Cote, hopeful of getting a striker away, but unsuccessful. But of course they were a great cup fighting team in the 50s, and they've won the FA Cup 6 times, 1910, 1924, 1932, and then that magnificent run in the 50s when they won it in 51, 52 and 55. Other successes have been the First Cup in 68, 69, and Newcastle have got to get something together in this last. Well, they haven't won anything for 23 years. Apart, of course, from the First Cup. Trailing 2-0. Anderson's cross. Watson. Watson reading it well. Sharp. Nevin. MacDonald overlap, but his cross, not that of a winger. And actually, whilst we're talking about Newcastle, 2 players stand out in their history. Hughie Gallagher, who got the highest league goals in the season for them, 36 in Division 1 in 26 and 27. And then post-war, Jackie Milburn, 178 goals, the most league goals for Newcastle during 1946 and 1957. Poynton. Reid. And now Snowden's speed. Yes, Snowden's speed was too fast for John Robertson. Snowden has to be more in the game in central defence than he ever was in midfield last season. He seemed to be in the game and then die, but in this central defensive role he's got to be always on his toes. Watson. Snowden. Or rather, Poynton, now Snowden. But just a little slow there. Well, Poynton penalised for obstruction as the ball went through his legs. John Anderson, former West Bromwich Albion and Preston player, leaving that one. And the kick taken by Jackson, Peter Jackson. Sharp. MacDonald, now Sharp again. MacDonald, Reid. Reid not looking what he's doing. Darren Jackson picks it up. And a chance for Sheffield, for Newcastle, but no, not a good finish by John Hendry, the ex-Bradford City player, signed for them during the close season. But Peter Reid playing his side into trouble. And can Cote get it? No. Well, that was nearly something from nothing as Cote got his shot in, not a lot of weight into it, and Dave Besant gasped as he looked behind to see it going towards the goal, but breathed again as it went past the right-hand upright. Now again, good run by Hendry. Can Robertson keep it in? He can't. Well, there's 41,560 spectators here this afternoon, and quite a lot have come down from Newcastle to support their favourites, the Magpies, but the majority of that 41,000 will be delighted with the way Everton have been playing in that first 45 minutes and the fact that they lead by 2-0. And a much bigger crowd than last year's, 25,764, some 16,000 more. Nevin to Stephen. Cole, can he get a shot in? Well, he gets the corner. Stuart McCall. Another one of those 4 signings making his debut here this afternoon. Part of the £4 million that Everton has spent. And MacDonald putting it in, Sharp goes up, but no power behind the header. Last season's result was 1-0. Clark getting that after 34 minutes, but this year's game, a much better game. Well, nobody in the middle there. Stephen having picked himself up. Now Nevin. McCall. Nevin again. Sharp, can he get a shot in? Well, he did everything right. Got the shot at the end. Applause for Sharp. And now the spectators singing the name of Graham Sharp. 20 goals last season, and looking to get on the score sheet this. Cote now for McCall, nobody on the right, he tries a shot but is off target, claims a corner, but the referee only gives a goal kick. Hendry again, but nicely taken out by Poynton, and Everton win the throw. Well, actually, Snowden was the man to put it out. Poynton unlucky to concede a throw. The crowd didn't like the decision of the referee. Goal kick. Free kick to Everton. Now the Newcastle fans cheering their side, hoping to get some life into their attack. MacDonald. McCall. Poynton, oh, Poynton, and well taken by Snowden. Well, that was an near thing, and John Robertson might have thought he was going to get on the score sheet there, but he didn't. But the agility of Neville Southall saved the day for Everton. Reid. Stephen. No Poynton. Sharp. Well, Poynton tried to keep it in for Reid, but it was picked up there by Hendry. Good tackle by McCall. Reid. Two Bradford City players, or ex-Bradford City players there. McCall and Hendry. Sharp just lost out, but he gets an indirect free kick. Another goal to Everton would really liven things up at this stage, with some 40 minutes of the second half gone. Reid. Nevin trying to get it through for Cote. Watson, or rather Poynton. Thrown just wide. Well, a good effort for a fullback. Might have been better had it gone through to Cote, but you can't blame Poynton for that. He took the pass and got the shot in it, just swerving away from the keeper's right-hand post. Sharp wins out there against Jackson. MacDonald. Nevin, MacDonald. Snowden. Nevin. Now Nevin can make a run. Well, it was a good attempt by Sharp to get it back to Nevin as he was on the run, but it just didn't come off. Reid didn't control it, and Newcastle in possession, but not for long. Now McCall. Back again for McCall. Nevin from Sharp. Cote. Yes, well taken by Cote. A lovely, lovely goal. Cote was fast, sharp, and decisive, and that's his hat-trick. What a debut for a man with a £2 billion bill on his shoulders, and the crowd are absolutely delighted with him for what he's done this afternoon. The cheering, the applause, right round the ground, absolutely thrilled to bits. And that goal came after 16 minutes of the second half. So Harvey, who spent £2 million, was criticised by a lot of people because Cote had the label of being a bad boy. A lot of the supporters said we don't want that type of player here, but if he goes on like this, he certainly will be a great favourite of the crowd. 3-0, and Cote's got them all. And there's another lad that shows class. Still Stuart McCall. Nevin. Nevin, who put that ball in before. Can McDonald get the cross in? He does, right under the post. And the crowd have got a lot to shout about, and they're going to have a lot to savour this season with these players if they continue to play as they are doing. And remember, there's Kevin Ratcliffe, there's Pat Vanden Hauwe, there's Clark, there's Heath, there's Sheedy, all ready to jump in and claim a place in this Everton side. And of course, the name I forgot there, Paul Bracewell. He's a man who could come back and establish himself in midfield and possibly take the place, I don't know, of Peter Reid as a general. And the Everton supporters now answering the call of Newcastle. Nevin again. Sharp. Oh, what a save there. Coming after Sharp had nodded that down, but again the linesman has flagged for offside, so it wouldn't have mattered. Free kick, and Everton take it quickly. Reid. Now Cote. Inside for McCall. Nevin again. Sharp read it well. Poynton. Now Cote. McCall. Robertson. McCall. MacDonald, Reid, Nevin. Play on as Nevin sidesteps away. And Cote again. Dole just flicked away. Now Reid tries one. Oh, what a good save from Dave Besant. It looked as though Reid might have chipped the keeper, but the long hands and arms of Dave Besant were there to hold on to that ball. Good football this by Everton. Watson, the call, and Reid gives it him back. A good ball coming through, but well cut out there by Jackson. And now Anderson. Darren Jackson shrugs off the tackle by Stephen nicely. And Robertson, but Robertson's quick shot, well covered by Neville Southall. Cote and Sharp. Cote in the middle, ready for Nevin's cross if it comes. Well, that was a good move, but Cote gets it back again. Nice ball for Nevin. Well, good play this by Everton. Cote spreading the ball out for Nevin, spread the defence out for the cross to come in. Now Reid. Nevin. Well, he nearly got it through for Dave Watson. Now Watson's got to do a lot of running back. Darren Jackson. Just too high for the little wee man from Scotland, John Robertson. 31 goals last season for Hearts. And I'm sure Willie McFall will be anticipating him getting on the score sheet here for Newcastle. And remember, Merendina went off in the first half. After 16 minutes play, he was replaced by Darren Jackson. McCall again. Nobody on the right, so McCall just throws it up. Stephen for Poynton. Getting the cross in. And now Stephen so near for Cote, that cross. Poynton. Now Robertson doesn't hold it, and Nevin does. Free kick. Well, actually, Andy Thorne has settled down quite a lot after the opening 10-15 minutes when he was booked and then had a severe talking to by the referee and looked as though he might have been in the danger of being sent off. Free kick. Sharp. Well, 2-1 against Sharp, but still the Blues. Stephen. Now Sharp, Watson, MacDonald. Nevin, Sharp out on the right, Watson in the middle, tries to give it to Watson, but McCreevy is there. And the Blues players. Well, there's a bit of kicking going on here between Jackson and Watson, as they were both on the floor. The referee quickly in, as legs were thrashing there. Blues throw. Yes, good positive football there. The referee giving a free kick for the tackle on Stuart McCall. Reid leaving it for Poynton, Sharp, Stephen, Nevin. Well, a good shot by McCall. Besson couldn't hold it, but was there to pick it up a second time before Sharp could get it in the net. Everton doing everything that's right this afternoon. Well, the Newcastle crowd just booing a little at Neil MacDonald, who played for them last season. Now Reid. Will he try to get it in and doesn't get the corner? No, he doesn't. Looked as though he might have played it off the defender, but the referee gives a goal kick. Nevin, McCall, beautiful play, brought down, the referee says play on, and now Cote, can he get the shot in? He can't, gives it back to Nevin. Reid tried to get to it. Cote cutting off the back pass there. Hendry. Poynton wins the day, but the referee gives a free kick. A corner to Newcastle. Well, this is the first pressure they've put on the Everton goal for quite some minutes now. Southall reads it well and takes it majestically. Little Robertson in front of him. Well, the back four of Newcastle came forward there to play the Everton strikers offside. Well, Poynton, Snowden, and then Neville Southall. Bit dangerous, but played quite coolly. Well, Sharp misjudged that. And over on that far side, Brian Tinian. From one full-back to another. And John Anderson. Well, Newcastle gain a corner. But perhaps Kenny Wharton would have been hoping to have done better than that. Yes, good goalkeeping again by Neville Southall. Robertson doing well to get past McCall and get the cross in.
If you remain where you are, at the end of the match, the gates will be open and you will receive an escort to your transport. Thank you.
Overlap by the fullback, John Anderson, but a goal kick. And the sun's still shining brightly, and I'm sure the cricketers will be pleased that the football season's here to give them a chance of getting on with the game and not being rained off. Hendrick, and he gets the free kick against Poynton. Wharton's free kick. Robertson again. Nice little bit of footwork. Runs into a brick wall. And now a free kick to Everton. Poynton from Sir Stephen. Well beaten by Anderson. And that's offside. Linesman on the far side are going with the red trim. Mr. J. Hyam from Bury seeing that decision and signalling it. And down on the floor is Trevor Stephen. Took a knock earlier on, and Kevin Sheedy warming up. Maybe he'll come on for the last 10 or 11 minutes. It looks as though the decision might have been made as Sheedy is taking his tracksuit top off. And off he comes. And on goes Sheedy. So Sheedy will operate on the left-hand side, as Trevor Stephen has done. Sharp, now Nevin. McCall, out by Jackson, and here's Snowden running well. And the crowd applaud, Well, MacDonald making sure of getting to that ball. To go back to Southall, it does. Everton throw. And Sheedy yet to kick a ball. McCall, Reid. Nevin couldn't keep it in. Well, that was a misunderstanding. And Everton take it up, but Everton give the ball away again now. Kenny Wharton is there to hold on to the ball, but he couldn't in turn give it back to Mike O'Neill, who was a bit disgusted with Kenny Wharton leaving the ball before. The referee's whistle goes for McCall's tackle. Wharton with the kick. Reid. Hendry. Anderson. Now Coty. Beaten by McCreary. Darren Jackson with it. Nice little flick. Kept in, but not a Newcastle shirt to be seen. And Pat Nevin comes away with it, making a lot of ground. Coty. And it's there. Sharp gets it. 4-0. And Coty made that one for Sharp. And that's with 7 minutes to go in this game. And Everton well and truly on top. Nice bit of play to start off with by Pat Nevin as they brought that ball out of defence. And if this is the type of football that Everton are going to play, where they can bring the ball out of defence and score at the other end, the crowd are going to enjoy a season's really good football. Hendry. Wharton. Jackson, but he's beaten by Sheedy. The first touch he's had as he was pulled off. The referee let it go. Andy Thorne going to get it back again. Pass not good. Sharp now. Slows it down. And here's Reid going in for that one. McCreary. And Newcastle pick it up. Hendry. Sheedy with him, but not going into the tackle. Anderson. Good ball, hoping to pick O'Neill up. It does, but not in a scoring position. McCreary. Thorne again. McCall back in defence, helping out, nicely played, and finds Nevin. Long ball downfield, and Cote picks himself up and he's on the run. It's looking dangerous. Sharp, oh, off the line. Can Sheedy get it in? Not it in again, and just off the line. Good, exciting football this. And Cote picks his shin guard up and unselfishly giving the ball for Sharp to have a shot, and his shot just off the line. Well, a chance for Newcastle, but they're just not taking them. And now Sheedy to clear. So Poynton with the throw. Free kick to Newcastle, and we must be in the dying minute of the game now, with Everton leading by 4-0. Newcastle making a despairing effort. Robertson the man on the ball, but taken off it quite nicely by Snowden, and a throw to Everton. Snowden's had a good game in the back four there, with Watson having speed similar to that of Jackson. Nice touch by Anderson, McCall, but Anderson wins out. Puts the pass through to himself, but Poynton able to intercept and put it back to his keeper. One or two whistles going in the crowd. Snowden. And there the referee blows the whistle for the end of this game. A game that started so electrifyingly with a goal in 34 seconds by Tony Cote. He went on to add another one after 30 minutes, and at half-time Everton led by 2-0. Then Cote got his third and his hat-trick after 61 minutes, and Sharp the fourth after 83 minutes. So a crowd of 41,560 spectators here this afternoon are highly delighted with the 4 new signings that manager Colin Harvey has introduced to the team and the way the team has played. And if they play like this, then is hoped for the First Division Championships in May might even come to fruition. So from a sunny Goodison Park with a final score, Everton 4, Newcastle 0, it's cheerio.